to the 30 Shining Stars Summit. It is a bright day, and I hope you're going to be inspired today. This particular summit will be hosted by myself, Mirai Tulekima, all the way from Perth. We are celebrating the first anniversary of the 30 Shining Stars of the World, which is a book that was published last year, and it was under the visionary Prachi Gupta, and we will have the opportunity to talk to Prachi today, and she's be opening the summit for us. And we're going to have 12 of the co-author of that particular book. You can see on both of my side, one of the here, Traditionist Out of the World. It is a book that compiles people from 7 continents, 20 nationality. It is an amazing, a collection of inspiration and stories of really, story of triumph, story of success. And today, the 12 co-author, my 12 co-author, are going to share with you a key message that they've learned through their journey to becoming the shining stars. So without further ado, if you want to participate, let us know, where you're watching from. Put a question if you feel like it, and I hope you're going to get inspired today. So we're going to start. I'm going to start with, bringing up here the visionary of this book, Prachi. She is, a multi-talented woman. She is, she's wrote several books, and she will have the opportunity to introduce herself, a little bit more. But let's start. Let's bring her in and really start, these few hours of inspiration, because I know you're going to be inspired by what's going to be shared today. So how are you, Prachi? Welcome to the summit. And like I was saying, you are the visionary of everything that is happening right now. It started with the book. It started with your vision. We had the book, which did really well, and then, traveling all over the world. But, tell us a little bit about you and what this book is all about, and how, you think it has inspired and it will continue to inspire people around the world.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Marelli. First of all, I'm very happy that you have come up with this summit. I'm sure many people are going to be benefiting from it. It's a wonderful summit, and I'm sure you will be taking away a lot. So, talking about this book, 30 Shining Stars, it was an idea basically which had come to me in January of 22, and at that time I was just wanted people to be inspired through real life stories, because we have heard about many fiction stories, but when we hear something real, something which is out of the ordinary, we get inspired. So 30 Shining Stars is a book which is not only a book, it's a powerhouse, storehouse of inspiration, which has 30 great thought leaders, where Mirelli is also a part of it. So you can see she's such a wonderful host and great persona. So there are 30 people from 20 countries from all across the world. And there is one important thing, there is no age bar in this book. We have people who are 20 years old, we have people who are elders, but they all have shared one thing in common, that you have to keep trying. If you fail, just don't give up, just keep trying. So in this book, if I talk about, there is one governor also, Mr. CV Ananda Bose. He's a bureaucrat from India, and from being a bureaucrat, he switched to social service. His inspiring story is very great. Like you can say, when I said about Bojana from Serbia, she is not only a TV persona, but she is more than that. She is an author also. She is an advocate also. She helps people through their rights. And as I said, there are many people. There are beauty queens, like 3 crown ladies. The top rank, what I say, she's a catwalk queen, Mrs. Netherlands, Top is there. Kanchana Sfarakia is there, and the very charming living Barbie, Corazon Ogaldian. She's also there. And what I can say, Mirelli, the first engineering lady from the steam yard, it was so difficult to be the first woman in the Shell company and doing something great for the STEM. So it is not only stories which have dealt with like normal things. These people have taken a turn which is totally different. Their life is uncommon. It is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. So what you are going to read in this book is extraordinary stories. So I want every one of you who is seeing us today, who is listening us today, to please just once give a read to this book, because you are not going to be disappointed. This book will make you reach like, it's going to motivate you beyond bounds. Like there are no boundaries. When you go through this book, you will find that every human being on this earth, irrespective of caste, irrespective of their race, they are same. They deal with the same struggles. They dream. They deal with the same stress. They deal with the same difficulties. It is just that the way of dealing. You have to deal properly, and when you deal properly with it, you will be successful. So, as I talked about three people, there is one journalist from Pakistan, Mr. Ali's, and he is a journalist who is totally different from the others. He has done so great things, which in today's world is considered uncommon. So give a read to his story also. Like there is one Zulfia Award winner from Uzbekistan. Zulfia is an award that is given by Uzbekistan president, and only two girls are selected every year. You know, in so much population, only two girls are selected. So we have one Zulfia winner also, who is taking the lives of girls to the different level. So what you have to do is just give a read and learn from them, because these stories are not common. They are really very, very, very different. They are not common. So that's and like when I come from the, and there is one story of a photographer also. She's a mother. She's a super mother. Like after her husband departed, she is taking care of her kids so well, being a simple housewife to a photographer and now a businesswoman. It takes a great deal of people. So there are journalists, business people, beauty queens, politicians, teachers like Ranil Lampo, she's a teacher. So there are people from every domain, from the entertainment industry also. So we have people from different domain. If you want to know about entertainment industry, give this book a read. If you want to know about journalism and how difficult it is, read the book. If you want to read about STEM and want to know what difficulties the ladies feel in STEM and how they go through it and learn from it, read the book. So this book is not just a book, it is a powerhouse of inspiration. So this is the idea. I came in January 22. I met this wonderful 30 people by June, and in September we launched, and today we are like celebrating the anniversary. I'm really happy to have met these 30 great people who are like a family to me, and I'm really blessed, really thankful to God to give me these 30 shining stars, which are real diamonds, truly. And I want to tell you one thing. I could not write the second part of the book yet, because I have not found the same kind of beautiful gems which I found in the first book. But I'm hoping that I find them this year, so I will be releasing a book this year. Till then, read this one and be motivated. Don't give up and just read the book once. Thank you so much. This
Fantastic,
is what I want to
fantastic.
say.
So it is definitely, a book of inspiration with people from all over the world, and I think the book has been translated into different languages, from English, from Hindu, from all the different languages. I've traveled to Egypt, and everywhere you can find it in a different, in different libraries and also online. So thank you, Prachi, for bringing us together and for helping us to continue this journey, because the journey of, because of being shining star doesn't stop now. We just continue to to shine brighter and brighter. So I'm going to introduce one of our co-author, Abraham. Abraham Paul is been, is an amazing gentleman that has been, creating so much value around the world. He is a mentor, he is a sponsor, he is really, a humanitarian, I would say, because just give without, without, asking. And that's really what, this spirit that we're bringing here in this book as well, and that Abraham has been bringing, around the world. He's been mentoring me for, almost 4 or 5 years now, and he's been mentoring so many people around the world. So I will bring Abraham here for him to share, a little bit of inspiration, and especially his journey to becoming a shining star. So here we have Abraham here. Welcome, Abraham, with us. And so the floor is yours, and let us know what first, brought you to being part of this book, and also any lesson that you can share, to inspire people today. Any lesson that you've learned through your journey to becoming a shining star. Abraham, you still muted?
Your mic.
I think. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Now we can hear me.
Mhm.
Thank you for that first, and thank you, Mirel, for hosting the show. This is going to be a wonderful show. You'll get a lot of inspiration from all the 30 people who are involved in this. And in fact, Prachi also has compiled all these things with great difficulty and with great effort. And I compliment her on this occasion for bringing about a very good collection of people, and the sort of tales what we are going to hear from all those people are going to be something very inspirational, and it's going to have a big impact on people who are going to evolve out of it. So there's going to be a lot of takeaways for people. And just to tell you a bit about myself, I I had a career which started off very predominantly from Mumbai, and in between I had uh, a small stint in US for a year and a half, which happened in Los Angeles, which was in my childhood. And after that, I had been in Bombay, and and there are my schooling had been very effective and very useful for me. In fact, it was a very good school, which gave me a lot of impetus in my formative years, and that evolved me into various things, and that also had a very big impact on my further going on in life. And you won't believe, once I got into a job, I was very, very confident that I could perform in any level. The thing what I took up, though I won an MBA from a good institution and all that, I had a flair for marketing and also for the gift of the gab. And that really evolved me into a different sphere altogether. And that eventually took me to the management consulting, and from there I was picked up like a eagle picking up its prey by people like Prachi and all that. And she has really compiled it with all the others who are distinct in their own fields, which really made me think that we have done something for the society. Moreover, I'm more of a giver. From a giver perspective, I have done a lot of things, but the recognition comes from the public, and that I've gotten immensely, fortunate ways from various sectors, from various people across the globe, and they are the ones who make me buoyant in a situation where it is, where the emphasis on what you have done has created what I am today, to be very frank with you. And these are things which never come overnight. This has been done over, we have done a lot of slogging, and in course of time, I've done a lot of things which has really evolved into my personality, and even interacting with people of various nationalities, understanding them, and even woman empowerment had a big significance in my whole thing, because when we take any issue, for instance, we need an equal sort of opinions, which we have opinions, and for weighing opinions we need opinions from both the sexes. And that is one reason why woman empowerment was very much cultivated from my end, to see to it that things evolve in a very different way. And there is a lot of things which happen without any gender bias. And that gender bias is one thing which I always keep telling. Without any gender bias, if you do things evolve in a much better way. And in course of time, I have evolved in a very big way. And today, with people like you, giving the being the inspirational force, it's not just me. I am inspiring people, but others also have to inspire me. So in that way, I have really grown to a different level. And thanks to people like you who have really given me that push to excel even better. And as a corrective tool, I've even looked at LinkedIn as a self-evaluatory tool, where I have evolved over by people saying certain things about me, and then just working on that to make me a better self, and bring out the best I can to serve the people all around. This is my essence. But the main thing, what always has really sprung in me to be a better human being, is one thing I have always aspired for, and I will still, that march goes on till eternity. And this is what I have
Fantastic.
to say in a nutshell. These are the 2 cents what I have to say.
Fantastic, and I'm a witness of all of the good that you've been doing, and really, and it's really to the extent of it goes all over the world, and I'm really grateful to have been able to be, learning from you. And as you said, it is important that we focus on becoming better human beings, because that's what's going to define everything, and that's what's going to last, because that's the legacy that we leave. What are we, humanly, what have we really done, and what are the impact that we have created in the life of others. So thank you, Abraham, for being with us. Thank you for being one
Thank
of the
you.
shining stars as well, and for becoming, like Trashi was saying, becoming family, because we have become family through this project. So we have another inspirational offer, a shining star that really shine from India as well. Sister Roshani, she is a global spiritual thought leader and healing medium, and she is just amazing in what she's doing. And she is also, she has learned a lot. She has a very interesting story as well, and I hope you'll be able to read the book, to have a snip of that story, and a snip of her inspiration, and snip of her wisdom. So I will bring Sister Roshani with us today. Sister Roshani, welcome to the 30 Shining Stars Summit. And just as usual, I just want you to to share with us, to share with everyone that is listening, your key lesson, and what have actually led you to be part of this family of shining stars, and how you are, what are the lessons that you basically learned through your journey to being who you are today.
Thank you so much, first of all, for having me out here. Thank you, Prachi, our very, very loving dear friend and visionary author who brought this entire book together, and the vision of having 30 shining stars across the world under a roof, so that at one go people can be inspired through so many lives. And Sister Mirel, thank you so much for once again having us all to share our voices into the world, and help us to get that platform to speak our hearts out about our journeys, about our stories, in the hope that even a leaf taken out from our lives can possibly transform and help others. There is some disturbance I'm hearing. Can the mics be muted uh, while speaking? Because some tone is keeping on coming. Okay. So, my key lessons I feel from my journey would be that, first of all, I think the most important lesson I learned was the lesson of surrendering. It is a very scary thing, let me tell you, but it is one of the most powerful transformative key, at least for me, of surrendering to a power that is beyond us while co creating with that same power that is also gifted within us. And that was my biggest lesson as I journeyed through from being in the film industry for almost 2 decades plus, and then God suddenly changing the script of my life and moving me towards my spiritual calling, giving me the courage to adhere to it, to step into it with His love and grace. So that is my first biggest lesson. Another lesson which I learned was that in the world, the number of people, the number of minds, the number of thoughts, the number of words, the number of things that will be said around. All you need to do every day is know that you are answerable only to one power, that power beyond you and that power within you, which is your conscience. And to sleep every day with that clear conscience of knowing that I've done right. Not the easy, but I've done what is right. And that was my second biggest lesson because there were nth number of situations where the easier path could have been chosen, where the shortcut was more lucrative, more tempting, so to speak. But God helped me again. I would say it cannot happen without grace. And allowing grace to work with us is what is my third lesson, because otherwise it's a futile race. But when we allow God, when we allow the higher power to be with us, to run with us, to drive this life with us, then it becomes grace. And through these three key lessons, I feel I stand today, whereby being on this side of the fence, if I have to hold somebody's hand and say, this is going to be well, it's not coming because I have read a few motivational books or got some certificate. It is coming because that very power has helped me to pull out a thick rope through a needle hole in life and to experience what faith is when you cannot see anything, whether it's a deep valley or that you may fly. To have that faith when you cannot know what lies ahead, to have that faith when nothing is going your way. And that is the biggest aspect of life that can help us to transform, to grow, and to move towards the path of light in our lives so that we emanate that same light into the lives of others and help each of our fellow beings to tap into their own inner being and shine their own light into the world. So I thank you and I thank Prachi for helping us shine our light more into the world and allowing people to get into the, you know, different pathways that each of us would have taken to reach where we are. And there is no aspect of right or wrong because whenever we do something, it is the seemingly right thing that we think that we are doing. But when we allow to operate with love, grace, compassion, truthfulness, internal integrity, not the righteous integrity that we try to show, then it is a different matter altogether. So thank you so much for having me and lots of love and blessings to all the other 29 stars. And thank you so much for your loving presence in these important times in the world and shining your light brighter each day. Thank you. Miral, now you need to unmute.
Thank you, Sister Roshani. Thank you for this inspiring message. I hope you can feel the spiritual strength, and it comes down to again, having faith in something bigger than us. because sometimes we get stuck into the material and everything that is happening in the world without, really listening to what is really above us. And that's important. And you can really read, the story of Sister Rashani to see the power of really surrendering, like she said, surrendering to a power that is higher and a power that is stronger than us. So thank you for sharing that and for again, bringing this wisdom into this platform. So we're gonna go to the next, shining star, and the next shining star is coming to us from Pakistan. It's Mr. Rana Ali Zahid. He's here with us, and he is a journalist, a writer, and senior vice president of Pakistan Federal Union of Colonists, and he's also press secretary consulate of Liberia in Pakistan. And you heard Prashi mention him, at the beginning of, when she did her address. Here he is now. He's going to talk to us about, his journey to becoming a shining star and the key lesson that he wants to, the people to learn, from his own experience. What are the key lessons that he wants to share with us today? So the floor is yours, Rana, to enlighten us and let us know how you shine, your light to the world.
First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Mary Lee, for gathering all of us again after 1 year. And secondly, the most important thing is we all should be very thankful to you, basically, for remembering us. Actually, this is very, we can say that it is very digital and very fast age in which we are living now. So to remember someone, I think in this time is very difficult. And but you remember us. We are very thankful to you personally. I am very thankful to you that after passing 1 year, you again planned this show and gather all of us. Actually, the second thing which I think is very important to mention here, all of us know that in which direction the whole world is going. Actually, my point is towards the first Ukraine and Russia war, then Israel and Gaza war, and then the other tension. So, in this era of the war, now it's time that we have to do something to end this war forever. So, the all 30 people who are transcribed in this book, I think so. Actually, I have a suggestion for the Prachi that we all 30 people who are from different countries, we should unite once again to do something for peace, for the message of peace. As she mentioned, and as we all know, that everyone has a different, and everyone has his and her way of talk. Everyone has the way of his life. Everyone has too much following. Everyone is very, very good in his and her department. So I would like to suggest, it's my suggestion basically, that we all 30 people should unite again and we should spread the message of peace. One thing. Secondly, because I am a journalist, I belongs to Pakistan. So in this time, to perform our journalistic duties, not in Pakistan, but also all over the world, are very difficult. We can say that to speak the truth is not only difficult but impossible in these days. No one is ready to listen the truth, and we journalists are spreading truth. We journalists are hiding, digging up the truth and publish it to the public so that they can they can aware of this. I think might be I may be wrong, but I think the life of a journalist is very difficult, very difficult. Not in Pakistan, but all over the world. We have seen that many journalists killed in Gaza and Israel war, rightly, the international journalists, local journalists. So the life and the profession and the job of a journalist is very difficult, very difficult. But due to these difficulties, we are still in our duty lines. We are still doing our job, and we are still having same threats, which I think which I think no other can face hard threats like journalists faced during their duty lines. Which what lesson I learned from my whole journey is don't give up. As mentioned in my story, that while covering my news stories, while performing my duties, I have faced many threats from the local police and the local mafias and the other people. Even that life threats I have faced so many. But my family told me, my family pressurized me to quit this job, to quit this profession. But I never give up. So now it's time that the people who are listening to me, it's my request and my suggestion, if you want to do something, if you have the ability to do something, and if you are even thinking that you can do something, just do that. Don't think that it might be wrong, it might be right. Don't think that should I do that. The people who are listening to me, they should finish the word should from their dictionary. They should do this. They should go for their goals, and they should go whatever consequences they will face after that's happening. No one cares. Only people knows that what that person, that lady or that man has done. The people remember that person. So don't give up. If you want to do something, just do that like Prachi thinks that I have to gather people from 30 to 40 countries. She did. So I will suggest again to Prachi that as in your intro you said that you couldn't find the 30 people's 30 gems like us. So you don't have need to find another 30 ones. Just go to the second edition with these 30 ones with another you can say that another idea, another theme. We should do something for spreading peace with these 30 peoples. So I think, as I mentioned earlier, that this time the environment of the world is very tensed, very tensed. All the countries are against each other, like Russia and Ukraine, as I mentioned earlier, then Israel and Palestine, then Pakistan and Iran, and India and China. So too much tension. Very people are not. I mean, people are fed up by this situation. Now, I think if we 30 people should take step towards the peace. So we should do something to spread the peace, to spread the message of peace. So once again, thank you so much, Dr. Saiba, that you remember us, and thank you so much, Prachi, for gathering us. And I will suggest you to do something again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, It's like you said, it's a very difficult time that we live right now with a lot of animosity, a lot of cruelty. It is important that at each level, at our level, we try to do what's right and really go for, bring a message of peace. And whatever we can do to bring that peace in our community, in our families, in our country, or wherever, we have to try. And it goes for everything that we want to do in life, every dream that we have to continue to pursue the dream and never give up. There's going to be obviously, hurdles, obstacles, but it doesn't mean that the road stop at that particular obstacle. So thank you for reminding us of all of this, of those key lessons that are going to really, go a long way and bring humanity to back to what it should be. So thank you again for being a shining star and continue to shine bright. And we definitely, like you said, need to reconvene to bring a strong message of peace to the world. So thank you again. We're gonna go to the next shining star, um, Dr. Dr. Diwa. She is an amazing lady. Again, working a lot for humanity. And she's a humanitarian. She's the founder of Fight for Life. She's an anchor. She's a research scholar, and she's also a life coach and an educator. And she does, like I said, a lot of humanitarian work, having a great impact around the world. And I call her particularly my great leader because she is just so amazing. So, Dr. Dia, welcome to the 30 Shining Star Summit. The floor is yours to share your message, your incredible story, and also the key lesson that you've learned so far, doing the work that you do and becoming the person that you are today, the person that is creating a massive humanitarian impact around the world.
Thank you for having me, my great, respected, and outstanding lady, and my beautiful Dr. Miral Tolikima for having me. Good morning and good evening to everyone, most respected, outstanding, and inspirational personalities from all over the globe. This is Dr. Diya Chaudhary, President of Global Peace Protection Campaign and founder of United Humanitarians Organization. First of all, I want to thank Ms. Prachi Gupta for selecting me as one of shining star in her book. My life story in this book is published with the title Being Significant is My Nature. I wrote about journey of my success and its spiritual as well physical aspects. My story contains motivation, encouragement to work hard to face even difficult situations in every moment. We must prioritize our inner peace and must prioritize our inner peace and work to build peace in our society.
Losing Dr. Dia. She can come back.
I think she has a technical problem.
Okay, so we're losing Dr. Dia, so that's when we try to get her back later when she comes back. We will have a short break, just to again come back to a year ago when we first started and when we were launching the book. So some key message were shared with with the world through the Great Messengering Path platform, and I want to get back to that particular message. So don't go anywhere. We will be back, and hopefully we can get Dr. Dia to share our lessons. Otherwise, we'll go to the next offer. So let's have let's have a little bit of retrospective and come back.
Best-selling author of 5 books, a motivational speaker, a founder of Hurdle Books, and also the state woman president of a political party in India. I basically work towards women empowerment, and this is what the idea and struggle brought me to give you all 30 shining stars, the 30 wonderful people of this world.
That when you have a strong willingness to do something and a strong desire, there is no impossible way. There is just a harder way to achieve something. And I want to share them, to show them actually that even I was a refugee, I do suffered panic attacks, agoraphobia, I was housebound. There is always a possibility to make something if you are willing to learn and educate yourself.
Sometimes it needs the right people to just give you a nod, and sometimes it needs a book where you see from 30 different angles that no matter where the roadblocks are, you can overcome them in different ways. And this is, I think, very inspiring.
Don't give up, just believe in yourself and work hard, and you'll get to whatever you want. And I think this will it's gonna inspire others and motivate them to learn from our stories, like what we did, and just do what they like and what they wanna reach. They can just do it.
I believe that this book has really a transformative power, can transform human lives, and especially the lives of youth, because it can help young people to set goals, to realize that they have limited opportunities and options, to help them instill self-determination, self-belief, confidence. I think that this book is a kind of mentorship, especially for young people. Supporting the youth through this book with constructive motivation, this could brighten their future perspectives and offer hope even to hopeless.
The book is all about second chances, starting over, not giving up. So I want readers, everyone out there, to not be disheartened, because I've seen a lot of youngsters giving up their life on failures, and just like young kids I've seen going for suicide and just ending their life. I want them to just learn from these great 30 people that life is not small, it is huge. They build it, you can build it, and everyone can build it. So just read this book, their stories, and learn from them what they did. Every 30 of them have struggled in their life. They didn't have a rosy life. Everyone struggled, and today they are a star. So every reader can be a star like them. So I want them to be inspired from these 30 people.
So we are back. As you could see, strong messages from the shining stars based on their own experiences. Never give up, and it's always, the learning. Continue to learn, continue to inspire, and I hope you get the opportunity to experience it yourself by reading the book. And also, through this particular summit that we're hosting today. So we didn't have the opportunity to have Dr. Dia back, and so I'm going to go to the next offer. I'm going to call Zanji for to come on stage to share with us her particular lessons, and that she actually want to what she learned and that she was taught through her own experience. and also how she managed to become the person that she is, and really the person that is making an impact through different channels. We have I'm just going to give you a sniff of what Nancy do. She's a Greek poetess, who studied literature, journalism, and public, and she also, have an international relations background, and she will have the opportunity to share a little bit with us um, what she actually experienced and how she became the shining star. So Nancy, the the platform is yours. The floor is yours.
Hello. It's very nice to be here again with all the wonderful shining stars. And I want to thank you for including me, because it actually propelled me further. So thank you, Prachi. Thank you, Mirel, for putting that together. I finished my life story with the words, "We poets are our word." And there is nothing higher than that. And I'm going to begin talking from this point of view, because after I sent my story away, many interesting things happened. Like I started to try even harder to realize my dream. So I've during 2022, I organized the first International Poetry Festival in Nausa. And since then, my life became more rich and more happy. So at the end of the summer 22, 22 people from around the world, 22 poets from around the world, came to the International Poetry Festival, which were from 13 different countries, from 5 continents. And immediately, with their arrival, it changed like the atmosphere in the town. So before I continue to name, I would like to name a few, because 2 of them are in our Shining Stars group. So one is Dimitris P. Kraniotis, and the other one is Isilda Nunes, who were of the first supporters of the festival. So I want to thank them from this point here as well, to be true friends, seriously true friends, because sometimes we have the impression that the other one is so far away and we don't really know them. But that's just such a false impression that the internet doesn't carry your feelings. It does. And if it clicks together, it really comes together. So yeah, so that festival, putting that festival together, wasn't an easy task. And I want to talk about that, because most people get discouraged if like 10 poets say, "Oh, we're not coming." And this is what actually happened to me. So after I talked to the mayor, and I had like prepared a long list of points how I will convince him, because I wanted to make it really successful. And so I had put down like my ideas on, I want to have it like with cultural diplomacy, invite the consuls of all the states of the people where the poets are coming from, get the municipality to have the auspices of the town, and things like that. So I walked in there with my long list, and I said, I would like to do a poetry festival. And he went, yes, of course. Yes, we like festivals, and we like them especially at the end, during the summer or at the end of the summer. So all this thing which I had in my head, which might happen, or where he would say no, just didn't happen. So it's all in our our backstory in our heads, which is working just against us. So the next step, which I thought would be a difficult one, inviting the poets, was actually the difficult one, because people didn't want to come or couldn't come, because after lockdown there were like more restrictions and more visas to be taken care of and things like that. And then I started to also think, how can I overcome that? So who do I really like? Who and which poetry do I really respect? So I started inviting big names. Yeah, for me, thinking it's unreachable. Yeah, but what the heck? So I started with Isilda, and Isilda said, "Yeah, we have a lot of things, but yeah, okay, maybe we can make it with Alvaro." So with one poet, I got already two, because Alvaro is also a singer and a writer, and he has a great personality. So it was really wonderful having them. And then other great people from Switzerland said, yeah, we're coming. I'm coming, and I have a friend who would actually also like to come. And he took the car to drive from Switzerland down to Greece. And it's not the next way. It's like 2,500 kilometers away. So it's like a 2-day journey. So, and after 2 or 3 people, more and more people from further and further away started saying, yeah, we're coming as well. And one of them was like Meza from Australia. He said, you know what? I am in a poetry festival in Italy. I took the car down. It's just the next road. So I found that was really inspiring and really amazing. And after that started rolling, then the international organizations started to say, okay, you know what, we would like to support that. So you can put our logo on there, like the municipality did, and we will support it. And we will also channel it on our channels so that you can get more international audience. And all these organizations were like really wonderful, like Pen Greece and the CIS-Art, which is the International Chamber of Writers and Artists from Spain, which is located in Spain, the Lick Academy from Ukraine, who has also a great network, and others, which I don't remember at the moment because I'm speaking off my paper. I have my notes here, but I'm coming into speech mode. And all of these people and all of this just coming together made it like really memorable. And as they were coming in and meeting in cafes and things like that, because we had only met each other online at that stage, only in poetry festivals, which were online during lockdown, and we never really met each other. We never had coffee together. So I was picking up people from train stations and bus stations and airports and things like that. And at some point I get a phone call from Lucilla Trapazzo, who's also an amazing poetess. She said, we are in the town center, I think. We're drinking coffee here, and it's all of us here. Come. So I came with the poets, which I collected, and then it started to actually dawn on me that they're here. Festival is on, because up to that, it was just the idea, oh yeah, I want to make a festival. So that was really amazing. And they became all together like a team. So they were looking out for each other, and we were eating together, because this is what the municipality arranged, that the poets will have 3 great meals during their time there. And they were hosted in a hostel for free, which is also great. And we managed with 2 or 3 cars to bring them from here to there and to show them like the industrial, the historical, and the traditional heritage, which we share in Naus, and it's quite a strong one. And at the end of the festival, on the award ceremony, we had something which was really emotional, and I don't know if I can say it without crying. The Turkish Cypriot, together with the Greek Cypriot, came on stage. and they read hand in hand. So these are the two arch enemies, and that just brought tears to everybody's eyes, and we were all looking for tissues, and it was just, here guys, I have tissues, take. It was really, really such a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I think even the mayor had like tears in his eyes. So that was such an intense feeling, and I do have tears in my eyes, and I'm sorry about that. That was such an intense feeling that nobody actually wanted to leave the festival. So they were all very, very sad, and they started posting about how they spent the time here, and then newspapers, local newspapers picked it up, and then amazing Prachi, she posted it, and she published it, and thank you for that, Prachi. That was really wonderful. And then Ashraf Abul Yazid from Egypt published that, and then China published it, and it did make the round of the world. And for all of this, which happened just with the very first festival, I have received so many awards and distinctions from around the world, which is even more amazing. So my point is, dream big and make it happen. Just follow that big dream, and the higher you put that bar it should be, the greater it will become for everyone, because even if you don't make it happen to the very, very top, what you're imagining, it's still gonna be great, and it's gonna make you happy.
Fantastic lesson. And it's again, the spirit of not giving up, even if, we don't have all the tools, we feel like nothing is going to happen. It's just continuing to push, continuing to reach out, continuing to bring people and to put yourself out there so that you can, this energy that you're putting out there will just come back, I would say tenfold, because you have so many people and so many important people at the end, in that particular industry. And it's amazing how things, turn around. And now, it has propelled you to the world, and you really shining your, shining bright, and you're gonna keep shining, you're gonna shine brighter again. So thank you, Dante, for this, particular story and this particular lesson that you learned and that you shared with us. So we're gonna go next to Julie. Julie is one of the shining stars, well, all the way from Nigeria. And she is a coach and an entrepreneur as well. And Julie also have, an amazing, a very inspirational story that she is, she has gone through and got obviously some lesson from. And Julie, today we really want to know, what led you to becoming, a shining star, and also, what are the key lessons that you've learned in the process, of, in that journey, in that amazing journey. So the floor is yours, Julie.
Okay, thank you so much for bringing me on. And I want to say thank you to Prachi Gupta for this amazing opportunity to be one of the shining stars around the world. I'm honored to be one of the shining stars, and my journey to becoming a shining star didn't just come to me, but because I put myself to work, I put myself to develop myself, I discovered myself, and today I am glad to be one of the shining stars in the world. And one of the key lessons I actually want, especially young people around the world, to take home with is that you are a bundle of potentials and nothing is impossible. Just like so many speakers have said today, don't give up, because there's a lot of room for possibilities. There's limitless possibilities for you to achieve that your dream, that your goal in life. And that's it. But this journey of achieving your dreams begins with discovering who you are. in spite of meeting our needs and so many things we want in life, inside of every individual is this unlimited need to actualize who you really want to be. You want to become somebody, right? And you cannot become somebody until you discover who you want to be and then develop that potential to become. And if you don't take that step, you cannot actualize yourself. You cannot actually, climb the ladder of success. So the take home for everyone and people watching us today is always develop yourself. Personal development is a lifelong journey. You keep learning, you keep building yourself, you invest in your mind, you avail yourself the opportunity to grow, because with personal development, you're going to grow. You're going to have success, tremendous success in many areas of your life. And it's one investment that when you make that investment, you're going to come back like 100% back to you. It's not a wasted investment. So I want people to understand that you must always give yourself to developing yourself all the time, and you can actually develop yourself by, having wonderful opportunities like this, attending seminars, reading relevant materials. Look at the world today, look at our youth today. So many things are happening, and some people don't even believe in themselves. And the thing that is difficult for them to actualize their dream. So many people have beautiful dream. That dream you have cannot come to reality until you put it to work, until you take relevant actions, corresponding actions that will make it to, come to reality. So that's it. And in my story, I talked about the power of personal development. And as a lead coach in Drive 360, our duty is to, give young people the platform to develop themselves, through so many seminars we undertake and classes. Why? Because I think that personal development is very fundamental to personal growth, to your success, to anything you do. And I especially in Africa, where I come from, we have a lot of young people with so many ideas, so many talent, but because they are not developing that potential inside of them, you see them lying on the streets of life, becoming nobody. And the message we preach, the message we want to spread across the world is keep building, don't give up, keep working on your potentials, and one day you come out a star. Yeah.
Fantastic. Keep building, and it is important to always remind people that it never stops. It never stops. You have to keep learning. You have to keep building. You have to keep developing yourself, because that's the only way. That's the only way for you to get to the next level, to get to shine, to get to be noticed, and to get to create an impact, a positive impact in your own life, in the life of people in your community, in the life of people around the world. It starts with you. If you don't develop yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, nothing happens, unfortunately. So thank you, Julie, for reminding us of this strong message, and for people listening to us. I really encourage you to read Julie's story to see the context in which she actually came up with those lessons that she's sharing with us today. So thank you for being with us. And so I'm going to go next to Rania. Rania, thank you for joining us as one of the 30 shining stars today. And Rania is, you've probably seen Rania before in some of my platforms. She is the STEM, a STEM educator. She is also doing so much around the world, and also, through her story, through the discovery of through everything that she's doing, she has, she's been able to share some lessons as well. In the book that we celebrating today. So Rania, the floor is yours. Let us know, what are the key lessons that you really want to share with people, especially through the chapter that you've written in the 30 Standing Start of the World, and how you have how was the journey to becoming, a shining star?
Thank you so much, Dr. Mireille. Warm greetings from Greece to everyone. I'm very happy to see here another shining star, Dr. Zanti, from Greece. I'm very honored and very privileged to be a part of this really enlightening book because, our society today is lacking role models. We don't have authentic role models. So this book actually comes to cover this gap because young people nowadays, youth, I think that feel disoriented and many times desperate. As you said, I'm a STEM educator. Actually, I love education. And what I learned from my life, although now I am detached teacher in the Greek Ministry of Education, however, I still maintain my educational activities with the Greek Astronomy Space Company and the Hellenic Physics Society. You know, the teachers are those who can change the lives of children. They are those who can shape their future. Because they don't only impart knowledge, but in general, you can know that the role of a teacher in education goes beyond teaching. First of all, we talk about dedication, passion, devotion, love for children. If you don't have these ingredients, you will never be successful in general, not only as a teacher. And role modeling, because although teachers do not see themselves as role models, the truth is that they actually are. Through my humanitarian projects, I realized the water and food projects when children had the chance to get sanitation filter equipment, for example, children who live in Malawi or here in Greece. Recently, I got involved in many refugee programs because we have many refugees who are coming from war zones, conflict zones. We try to recognize the role of education and the role of humanitarian services because as is written in the book, I have spent my whole life in humanitarian services, and what I'm trying to do is to promote volunteerism. Volunteerism, service learning, again in multiple presentations I'm telling this, is what I want to spread all over the world because unfortunately it's not developed. It's not a culture very well developed in my country, Greece, and also in other countries. So here in Greece, I was appointed as International Ambassador of Volunteerism and Education in the Greek Academy. Volunteerism Help Hellas, and what we try to do is to connect volunteers from all over the world, for example, Greek people who can help each other. And this way, we can inculcate values such as compassion, altruism, trust, and of course, even when we achieve to integrate this in the curriculum, especially primary education, that would be ideal. So I feel I want to really to recognize the value of teachers because they don't get. I feel they don't get the recognition they receive nowadays. We need to give them more recognition, more incentives to work, and of course this go along with the humanitarian services. Nowadays also another meaning, another lesson that I get is through the refugee mission before. It's about peace education. Peace education is more relevant than ever. We have to integrate nowadays the curriculum, and this has to do. This made me realize that I have to change my lesson plan and my whole perspective. We need to integrate multicultural activities because we live in multicultural societies nowadays, whether we like it or not. So we have to integrate multicultural activities, use arts, literature, theater, poetry, in order to help children to get familiarized with the countries or traditions of other populations and organize online sessions with teachers, students in other countries. That would be very helpful. Or organize many international collaborative programs. We have many ideas, many strategies that we can actually leverage in order to promote peace education. So what I want to focus here is that there are, many teachers who are complaining nowadays that they don't get, as I said before, recognition that they want, or they don't have the necessary equipment. But I think that we can do wonders if we are dedicated, if we are passionate, and if we are focusing on humanistic values. Because really, I'm listening everywhere in all conference about artificial intelligence and how we should develop, help children develop digital skills, but nobody talks about humanistic values. I believe that the next years it will be very rare to find real human beings, because what is missing here is not all the 21st century skills that we're talking about. All these skills that the World Economic Forum present are more important. It's not about also problem solving or which actually are these are the concepts of STEM. I'm a STEM educator. I know very well how this is important, of course, problem identification, problem solving, communication, collaboration. But I think what is missing in all these contexts of artificial intelligence is the human dimension. Let's not forget about this. Let's not ignore that students are not robots. We can teach them about artificial intelligence, but at the same time teach them how to be human. Of course, teachers should maintain their humanistic values, humanistic dimension, alongside with technical skills and digital skills. So, by concluding, I want to say that we needed to be proactive, first of all. And of course, empathetic listener, active listener. If we have to deal with the students, we need to increase our social and emotional intelligence in our workforce to focus and act of what we can control and influence instead of what we can't control. Think we win always. Think we win. Collaborate more effectively by building high trust relationships. And of course, synergize and develop innovative solutions that could leverage differences and satisfy everyone. So, education, passion, and innovation are for me very important. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Rania, again for showing your passion for education, for STEM. And one of the key messages that I see, you say, always, bring the human nature as well. Understand that the children are not a robot. Understand
Yes.
that the teacher needs to reevaluate themselves and understand this aspect on for the children, and the valorization of the teachers as well is very important. And it comes down to reiterate the importance of education, but the importance of the teacher. And sometimes we don't valorize them at all, and yet they are actually building the character and the value of the leaders of tomorrow. And if we don't do it right, we end up with a world in chaos, and that's very important to understand. So I encourage the audience to go and read the chapter, Ranya's chapter about the education, and particularly the STEM aspect of it.
And I want to add something, Mireille,
you
that
go ahead,
I forgot
Rania.
to say that nowadays we have assumed many roles because we have to be psychologists, advisors. Children are very difficult. I can see this in my workshop at the Greek Ministry. It's a workshop on cybersecurity. Children are facing many serious problems. That could be cyberbullying. In Greece, we have high rates of cyberbullying, high rates of cybercrime, high rates in addiction, internet addiction. We have children who are hospitalized because they cannot get detached from computers. And educators are not well trained on this. So we need training and to be more sensitive towards mental health issues and disorders of children. And let's not over appreciate technology, because we have seen the case study nowadays very recently in countries like Sweden. These countries banned the use of technology in preschool age because they have realized that on this pilot period showed decreased performances of students in handwriting, in reading, in science. This means something, that the old magic touch of a teacher cannot be replaced by artificial intelligence and smartphones and machines. This is what the results of PISA show, and this is what the result of tech-savvy countries like Sweden proved. In an era where the European Union invests 2 billion for artificial intelligence, we have countries like Sweden, Netherlands, which say that we have failed on this. So we need to be very cautious towards technology. Thank you very much. This is one of my messages I want to convey. Let's not be so over reliant on technology. Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. And that's, I'm happy you added, all of this, because in this day of, fourth industrial revolution, where technology is present all over our life, we think that technology can solve everything, but no, we have to get back to the basic and get, those human values and those human skills that are important to develop and to pass on to to the next generation. So thank you, Rania, again for reminding us of this. So we're gonna go to the next speaker. I'm gonna bring in Luciana here so that she can share, her particular story. Not only, because it is quite a, an impressive one, an inspiring one, and also let us know, what are the lessons that you've learned, through those difficult, coming from those difficult moments to where you are right now, and how you will continue to shine as the as one of the shining stars. So the floor is yours, Pachana. Go ahead and get us inspired again.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. And it is more than overwhelming with emotions to see you all together again. And I found my picture that I made when I was taking our book to Belgrade International Book Fair. And it was because it is important for me, but because my chapter in the book is under number 4, and the title is always dreams do come true. Actually, yeah, dreams do come true. So it was one dream, because my mother is a professor of Serbian language and literature, and she always took me to Belgrade International Book Fair, and I told her, Mom, one day my book will be there. And she said, oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and it's not that I'm having Santa on my t-shirt. It's not, it's on purpose, because I'm still every 31st of December, I'm writing letter to Santa. So so dreams do come true. I have a special connection with Santa, and secondly, I want to thank incredible Prachi for making this bond between us live for a life. You do have a sister in Serbia. You all do know that, and for me, it is what she did. It's not we all know that is not ordinary thing to found 30 people all around the world with difficult stories and willing to share that stories. But what is more important, it's that we didn't mention it, but it is highly important that we see that the book is published in 2022, while the whole world is talking about COVID, and people were awfully desperate. And when the industry, book industry of fast happiness and life coaches were jumping even from our fridges to tell us how you must fake it till you make it. Like if you are imagining that you have a red Ferrari in front of your building, probably one day red Ferrari will come, only got maybe from Santa, I don't know from where, but I didn't ask it from Santa. Maybe if I should ask next year, I will come to visit you in red Ferrari. But nevertheless, I wanted to share in my chapter that dreams do come true. After this book, I was co-author of another book, which is published by EYS Publishing House in Australia. Build Your Success. I had the opportunity to be invited by Yasmina Sidorovsky to write my success and leadership tips. What I was, it was indeed a dream come true, because I was talking that I will, since I finished my post-graduation as a corporate specialist for corporate governance, I wanted to show people that governance and leadership is more than a game of a stick and a carrot. So, yeah, I wanted to inspire them with some basic, not just basic, but unordinary leadership tips, what I was using as me, how I was encouraging myself, because it's not easy to be a refugee in a country with all sorts of sanctions. It is one story when you are a refugee in USA or country. I was refugee in Republic of Serbia, while Republic of Serbia was under economic and all sorts of sanctions of the complete world. So we did struggle a lot, but I was stubborn. Basically, I'm hard-headed, and I don't give up easily. I think if I am a dog, I would be probably, I'm sure I will be a Staffordshire Terrier, because they are stubborn, and when they bite something, there is no way that you will take it from their mouth. So yeah, I also published, imagine me writing poetry, for God's sake. It was something, Mom, I don't like poetry. I don't want to read poetry. I don't understand poetry. So I ended up in 3 international poetry. One was really normal for me because it was Scream of a Woman, international poetry competition. It was devoted for planet Earth. So since I'm devoting for climate change and sustainable development, it was typically normal. But this book is something that I hope that to all readers and to all people that will become our readers, we show them that we are just ordinary but not ordinary people. We don't have ordinary lives. We don't have ordinary backgrounds. We are from different countries, different nationalities, different religion, different tan. Everything was against us in the position, in the moment while we were trying to survive. But I wanted to show the light that in one moment everything was more modern, if I can say that, than knowledge. So I do want to promote that sustainable learning is something that is opening my doors, and sustainable learning is, or lifelong learning, if you want to use that sentence, is something that is never out of fashion, and lifelong learning and good education and knowledge will make your dreams come true.
fantastic. And we come again to knowledge, to long life learning. That's just something that that is important everywhere at each stage of our life, and I and adaptability as well, believing in something bigger. Because obviously, like you said, you started as as a refugee in a place where it was really difficult to have a a normal life, and you manage to just continue to educate yourself, continue to believe, continue to push, and it has actually at the end of the tunnel the light was there, and now you are the light yourself, and you now shining, and shining bright. So and I think from your story, what I can say is that we are our own light, and we don't have to look for the light somewhere else. We have, we can switch it on or off. It's up to us really to manage this light. So keep shining
Thank
bright, and
you.
keep pushing. We definitely, know that our light is there in in Serbia. Like you said, we have a sister there, and that's the power of this book, bringing all of us together and creating this sister and brotherhood and family that we keep on making stronger and stronger. So thank you, Bojana, for sharing your story. We're gonna have a break, and we hopefully gonna have the next, the next speaker coming in,
Thank
and
you very much.
we can definitely continue this path of inspiration. And for those who are just joining us, I just want to let you know this is the 30 Shining Star Summit. We are celebrating 1 year of this amazing book, which has been published around the world. It's the collection of people from 7 continents and more than 20 countries. So this is a melting pot of all all race, all culture, and all generations. So you don't want to miss that. And before we leave, at the end of the summit, Prachi would let us know where we can find the book, and then you can have the opportunity to get your own copy and get inspired further beyond this summit. So don't go anywhere. We're having this break, and we will be back in a few minutes.
My key message through the story is that what I have experienced is that when you open up with all authenticity, with all honesty, with all humility, the purpose finds you. Through your talents, through your skill sets, through your performing attributes, your abilities, your capabilities, it is all of this when forms in amalgamation. The purpose comes forth to surface in your life and for you to utilize it and put it into action.
I think my story will motivate the young generation to stay a positive and vital for the betterment of society. And my life story will teach you about how you can survive in unfavorable conditions and circumstances, how belief system and honesty is important to live a successful life, and how to achieve your goals and helping others.
Life is not easy for anyone. We all have good and bad life experience, but I have always had a great spiritual strength that has helped me, and I have never stopped studying, preparing myself, and I like to try new paths that allow me to continue growing in my personal and professional life path. I'm very happy to be part of this wonderful book.
And for me, it's very important and appeals to every young individual all over the world to start their journey of greatness, because we all have this potential inside of us. We have the greatness inside of us, but if we don't start the journey of engaging our greatness, we will not become what we want to, we will not achieve what we want to achieve. So the chapter is all about starting your journey. Take on, a bold step to develop your potential. Take on a bold step to sharpen your talent. Take on a bold step to pursue your dream, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So if you can start your journey of achieving greatness, you will see that there's so much to fulfill. There's so much to achieve.
Whatever the circumstances is, whatever the troubles are, whatever the scenarios are, if you have a proper faith in yourself, if you have a pure soul in your heart, and if you have a good hope, positive hope, and if you are optimistic, that believe me, you can achieve any of your goals, you can target any of the diets, and you can build up a better future for yourself. But there are only the two most important keys, that if you have hope, that only you will be able to go towards any scenarios, any circumstances, and any troubles.
Anyone who picks this book should be able to get inspiration, should be able to get something out from the book that will revive the person, that will empower the person. So I see this project to be something that will help a lot of young people, and I commend all the Shining Stars for sharing their stories to empower other people.
It is with the great humility and appreciation that I got an opportunity to be in this global leadership platform and getting this prestigious recognition to be part of this book. Thank you, Mirili and Prachi. My feeling is beyond words. I'm truly touched by the acknowledgement of my small efforts and contribution in this book. The book is not only serves as a personal achievement, but also motivates me to continue and striving for excellence in my work. I read everyone's stories and it's phenomenal, it's inspirational, and they have instilled me in a renewed sense of purpose. And I believe that challenges can be transformed into opportunities for growth. And it has motivated me to set higher goals, work harder, and approach life with more positive and resilient mindset. And I have realized that helping others brings immense happiness, not only to the people's life, but it also gives me an eternal bliss. I feel happy. And I started mentoring and guiding students and expanded team building events for them through colleges. And that's my most important goal, to help support students in their career and development. And I would discover my strength, and my experiences has changed my outlook of my life, because when I see others people are suffering, and then I get more energy to help them, and then try to find the different resources in my areas, in the colleges and campus, to help those students and to support those young generation. I believe that you can control your destiny through your decisions. So whenever you have any decision, think mindfully, think about community, think about your family, and also think about yourself. So So what you do now, more important than being able to recognize and overcome my weaknesses, I have been able to recognize my strength, those things which put breath into my life. So I have set my goals as the first step, and then working on achieving them is the second step. So I accept challenges, removed my limiting beliefs, and use them as an opportunity to learn and grow. And whatever I do, all inspiration comes from the life lesson given by my dad, his ascendancy, his guidance, and the knowledge he has imparted upon me have been a great asset and a source of motivation throughout my life. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the entire team, my family, friends, family members, and all of them. And I'm very grateful to be recognized among such accomplished individuals who have also made significant contribution to the world. With sincere appreciation, I would like to express my gratitude to my parents, my in-laws, my family members, family, friends, mentors, and supporters who have played an important role in my journey and have been a source of inspiration.
So we are back here with, we're continuing with the summit, the furthest shining star of the world, a book that was compiled by Prachi Gupta. She is the visionary of all of this, and we are so happy to celebrate the first anniversary of the publication of this book. It has been an amazing journey. The book has now traveled around the world. It's been, translated in different languages, and we continue to spread this message of hope. We continue to spread this message of, of spirituality. We continue to spread this message of humanity, because that's what it's all about. We are human beings, and you're bringing, success. We're creating positive impact. And from the darkness that we had in our life, we have created a light, and we continue to shine this light every single day. So I'm going to go to the next offer. I have Melanie here with us. She will be sharing, a key lesson, on her way to becoming a shining star, and also, any key message that she thinks is important for us to continue this, this movement, and to continue this, to push this light that we've actually, brought into this project, but that we continue to shine outside in our families, in our environment, in our communities, so that, we get rid of the darkness. So Melanie, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Welcome, everybody. It is such an honor to be here today with all of you. Welcome to everybody in the audience who might be watching this live or on a replay. And I want to start by posing a question to you. I want to ask you, have you ever felt a nudge to be doing more, being more, becoming more, serving more, impacting more? And I'm going to leave you with that question there. And in the meantime, I want to start by really showing my gratitude for this amazing project. This is it's been such an inspiring journey to be part of this book. So thank you, Prachi Gupta. You are really, truly a shining star, and you have led the way to so many. And thank you for counting on me for this project, and thank you for bringing it to life. And to our wonderful, wonderful host today, Mireille, I am amazed at your capacity. This is a huge summit, and you have done everything just so seamless, so easy for all of us. I want to thank you because I know very well how much work this is, and you are just amazing. Hats off to you. So, having said that, I want to go back and look at you in the audience and again pose that question. Have you felt the nudge? And I'm only asking you if you have felt the nudge because sometimes we just sit comfortably in our day-to-days. We go through life just doing the things we are meant to be doing. You know, we go to school, we go to university, we find a job, and we do all the things that we're meant to be doing. And that's all very good if you haven't felt the nudge. Now, if you have felt the nudge, I really want to encourage you to go for it. You might not even know what that nudge is about, but it's just a tiny, probably a tiny feeling that you want to do more. You want to reach more people and help more people. So if you have at any point in your life felt that nudge, never let your fears, your insecurities, your lack of confidence, your doubts, your limiting beliefs stop you. Because believe me, all your opportunities are on the other side of fear. And I speak about this in my book chapter. And I really want to encourage you to go for it. Because listen, I'm a shy introvert. I would be much, no, I cannot say anymore at this point in my life that I would be much more happy, much happier if I was hiding, because that's not true anymore. But that was my story years ago. I was, fine, just hiding, doing my own little thing, just blending in. I didn't want to stand out because every time I stood out, I had, something happen. Maybe a friend or someone you thought was a friend would be nasty to you, or maybe you lost things, or maybe things happen when you are beginning to become a beacon of light. So all those things, in the end, what they do is they just make us want to hide in the cave and not do anything great again with our lives. And you don't want to do that, because if you don't listen to the nudge, that nudge is going to be, you know, pesking. It's going to be that pesky little voice in your mind, day in, day out. Now you might be thinking, okay, yes, great, I felt the nudge. Now what? Because that's the hardest step. So the next thing you have to do is, okay, I'm feeling that I'm, meant to be doing something with my life apart from doing all the right things that I'm meant to be doing. Just believe in yourself. Know that no matter how hard it might feel at this point, you will be able to take little steps, little steps, little steps that will one day reveal what that nudge was about. And I'm telling you this because in a million years, I would have never imagined myself being, running a TV channel, being a TV host, and being on video TV every day of my life. As I told you before, I'm a shy introvert. So I was much more comfortable just hiding behind, behind the scenes, helping people, but behind the scenes. The only way I can explain what I'm doing today is because I listened to the nudge. I didn't know what step to take, but I just kept going, kept going, kept going. And the path just opened up for me. So the first thing you have to do is pay attention to that nudge, acknowledge it, be aware of it. The second thing I want you to do is commit to yourself to, no matter what, become that person that you're meant to be. And again, you might not even have a clue what that looks like. That's fine. You don't have to. You just need to commit to yourself that you are going to make your life on this planet worth it for you and for everybody around you. And everybody around you will be impacted by you listening to that nudge. And it might take the shape of you becoming a leader, or you becoming a teacher, or you becoming a really specialized expert in something that will help the world. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong. There's not big or small. You can be a leader with a tiny group of people, as long as you impact one person's life, as long as you make one person's day better, as long as you bring one smile to a face, that's all worth it. That's listening to the nudge, because that nudge will take different shapes and forms to, for each one of us. Some of us will become maybe leaders or bigger, you know, bigger corporations or organizations, but you don't have to. As long as you lead your own life and you impact and inspire those around you, and you try to make their life easier, better, happier, you will be listening to that nudge and living a life on purpose. So I want to leave you here with this, hopefully, encouragement. And just know that you can do it. You can. You just need to commit to yourself, and the rest will find their way to you. So thank you so much for having me. And I'm really looking forward to watching all the next speakers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Melanie, for this inspiring, talk. And you are right. Sometimes we are our own, obstacles, and we really have to understand that we have this power. We have this power of, listening to the nudge, like you said, and accept it, and just go for it. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that we will not amount to anything. We just have to keep going and keep believing, and things are gonna, find their way. And obviously, at the end, it's gonna be not only for us, to get that light, but to shine that light to the rest of the world, and really, create a positive impact and create a legacy, because that's what it's all about. Create a legacy that will, stay behind even when we leave this world. So thank you for reminding us of this power that we have, and for us not letting this power go, and really stepping into it, and moving with it. So thank you very much, Melanie, for being with us. And we're gonna go to the next speaker. We're gonna go to Peru with Isabel. Isabel is here. She's also one of the shining stars. And Isabel, the floor is yours. Just go and let us know, what are the key lessons that you've learned so far through your journey to becoming the shining star that you are, and any particular message that you really want us to grab today and run with. So thank you, Isabel. Please, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, all people here. And my name is Isabel Fiafilio. I'm from Peru, and I'm very happy to share some experience in the book, and in special because my story is it was very interesting and shared with other people around the world, in special in young people or female people. In its case, it is a year since the book was published, and it is a moment to remember because Altuita is an important space to exchange experience, and it is also time to remember all that we have been doing. Writing the story was a reflection of my effort and dedication to the activities that I have been advancing, but also to consider what challenge lie ahead. I believe that we can inspire other people, especially young people, but also inspire ourselves. And I like to be remembered that I try to be able to be in a group of people from other countries. Let them also know what like me. There are many stories of trouble. And in case the only way to access the university studies and be the first professionals in my family are to I died not have
It looks like we've lost Isabel. We have some technical issue here. Okay, are you back, Isabel?
Okay.
Lost you at some point.
Okay, and I would like to share some words in my case, and I consider that I have a different effort to participate in not only at university and in an experience when I finish my career, and I would like to consider when I obtain some recognitions in special 3 years consecutive. For example, the Napolitan Awards. Normally considered what point for my career in the Young Leadership Awards at Rising Start. And I like to share some words with people here. For example, in my future, and I would like to study that in different careers, and I have when I finished my master's degree in statistics, when I consider with a lot of challenge for me, and I think that is what some good space to recognize a different knowledge and share with my partners in my work. And finally, I would like to share other experience for me. What is important, write, and I write some poetry, and I like to some poetry and writing some histories of around my experience, my travel. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Isabel. It's been great to have you as part of the Shining Star. And as we were mentioning at the beginning, we have people from all over the world and from different, generation. And you obviously, come with your experience, have one of the youngest, contributor in the book. And we are so happy to have this experience to, because for us from a different generation, it's always good to look at what the young generation can bring, and we learn from you as well. So thank you for being one of the shining stars. Continue to shine your your light wherever you are, and push yourself to become the best version of you. So we're going to have another break, and we will be back with hopefully our co-author in the US. It's going to be very early for them, but we'll try to have them, and then I think we will have Prachi again to come and let us know where we can find the book, and I think we will hand on this note, but obviously our message, our impact doesn't end there. We actually want to continue to shine this light that we have put together here as 30 shining stars, to continue to have a positive impact and to continue to inspire people around the world. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in a few minutes.
I would like to be the catalyst for something that can be something make a difference in someone's life. And I think whatever your goal is, at the end of the day, you have to be inspirational at the end. In the life, wherever you are, the thought that propels me to as a higher principle of my life, no matter what your life journey has thrown you, wherever you have question of your self-worth, you always find a purpose, and you always think like, okay, I want to remember that no other person but only you can define your own future. So with this book, you have so many inspirational story. So don't have any self-doubt, and always willing to help people. And I want every person's ability to thrive, recognize their strength, and become the best version of themselves.
Basically, after reading my chapter, I think that the youth will be motivated. They will get a lesson that in any circumstances you should never give up. You should continue their journey. You should continue your journey. You should continue your hard work, and you should never ever quit your track as well. If you want to do something in a unique way, you should go for that. Don't think it's a result. Just do your best. The result will be best if you will do your best. So my message is this: that you should never ever quit in any circumstances, and you should focus on that which you want to
do. There are gulfs between different cultures. Habits and patterns tattooed on skin, difficult to remove. But everything is right at the right time. If we consider that everything is learning. I think in a society essentially fundamentalist, where the woman is a lesser being, an object for the use of men. I lived for years healed from myself. I stopped being annulling myself. However, from 1996 onwards, something changed my life.
I was in a car accident, unfortunately, and it left me unable to walk for 2 weeks. And this actually happened my last year of college. So I was put at a fork in the road, and I had a choice. I could either continue with my education and see what comes next, or I could, take a break or just all out quit. And I truly believe that what you do with your situations, with your limitations, with what God throws at you, really, really makes a difference in your life. It can make a positive impact, or it can make a negative impact. So what I did is I continued forward, and
I have one opportunity to write. Okay, I have different opportunity to job, to have a different family or different friends. But what happened about in other situation when I don't know it's possible to come with a family or the friends. I feel that it's important to consider a great other energy, because I think that the resilience is energy. What has happened about different people, and I finally I think that is when I read this different history in this book, and it helped me for have the different opportunity to the vision of the future, or it's important to have other vision about the life.
And I want to congratulate all the authors of the 30 Shining Stars of the World, because it gives inspiration to many women. And for me, it's like I believe in God, that believe in something, have faith, because that will help people rise from where they are and to have an inspiration. So I'm glad that with this book, so many women maybe can relate to their story. And so again, it's important to have some connection and communication also if you need help. And for me, just doing community work or be involved with people and have the inspiration, that will help a lot. And also, to leave a legacy, with the world. If you will only hear, again, one time, live life the fullest, because there's so many things that we can do in the world and to help people and inspire people.
What's really inspiring about this book is that this is 30 professionals, 30 people who are serving the world in their own personal way. I think that each of us have a very unconventional way of living, you might say, and by doing this, we inspire others to also live out through their passions as well. And with these stories, we inspire everybody in so many different languages so far, and I just can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, we are back. We are back. And as you could see, people from all over the world, Peru, Portugal, the U.S., and and then we have people from Ghana, and here in Australia, Nigeria. So we've been coming together as one to create this light that we want to shine around the world, and it has been an amazing experience. It continues to be an amazing experience, and I'm also one of the co-author in this book, and also bringing my own light in here. And one of the key message that some of the key lessons that I've learned so far, traveling my own journey as a shining star, if I can say, is that the first thing that we need to do is, believing in the greatness that we have, believing that we have this greatness inside of us, and that will really, start the process of a lot of good things in our life, and help us to go through those obstacles that are going to come. The obstacles are going to be there, all the challenges, knowing that whatever we have, whatever gift we have, will actually help us to go through. And one of the other lessons that I've learned, and especially working in a predominantly male-dominated environment, is that don't go into anything as a victim. We all have power. I mean, whatever adversity we have in front of us, we have the power of focusing on things that we can control, instead of trying to push back the power, push back the obstacle that we have in front of us. We can find a different route. It doesn't have to be through those challenges. So it is important to understand that we have this power to think, we have this power to bring alternative, but we can only apply that power on things that we can control. And one of the key things that I also learned through that journey is that we never do it alone. We never do it alone. The network, our network, and that there's a lot of a lot of things that people say, that your network is your network. And it is important that you understand that building a good network will help you through this, this journey. And sometimes, especially this path, and especially for me, being, 25 years ago, one of the only women that looked like me, and so it was really difficult. It was a lonely journey, but I had to understand that I needed to build those networks and find a way to shine, find a way to remove, those those stigma that were put on me. So that's another one. And the networking has to be, I think a four-dimension type of networking. Networking with people who are at our level, networking with people who are below us, because we learn a lot of people who are younger than us, networking with people who are higher than us in terms of if we look at the professional or people who have more experience than us, but also lateral networking, which is very important, reaching out to people who are in our environment or people who are in our industry. So having this concept of the four dimension, what I call the 360 networking is very important. And the other part is to basically treat yourself as a brand. You make your own word. You create the visibility for you, and you just put yourself out there. so that you can actually be able to, to network, because that's very important. And it comes down to the communication aspect, which is not only the verbal communication, but also the way you connect with people. So those are the key lessons that I wanted to share and that I share, in this book, in my chapter. And I'm all about, stepping into this greatness and stepping into this gift that we have, and that's very important. So I encourage you to get, if you don't know what this gift is for you, I encourage you to find it, and to believe. And we talked a lot about believing in ourselves, to believe in yourself, and knowing that. Yes, you have this power. It might not work at some time, but it will work at the end, and the light will shine, and you will be able to get to your dream. And so you are your own light, like we've said before. So get yourself out and shine this light. So that's really the learning for me for my chapter. I don't know if Prachi, you want to come in and let us know where we can find the book while we're waiting for our co-author in the US to come in and step in to share their particular lesson and knowledge with us. Prachi, are you still here? Okay, we lost Prachi. Are you still here, Prachi? Can you hear me, Prachi? Okay, all right, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me? I think there is some technical issue. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yep.
Can hear you fine.
So, like talking about the book, where it is available, the book is available in digital form and print both ways on Amazon, Kindle, Flipkart, and Barnes and Nobles. It is also available in many universities and libraries all across the world. So, what you have to do is simply just type the name of the book, 30 Shining Stars 2022, and you will get to have this book on many platforms. Just type in Google and you will find it in whichever store you're looking. The main store which I will suggest is Amazon, because as you can see, Amazon has a good availability, plus the time delivery is very fine. So I will suggest everyone to get the book from Amazon. Then you can have the book from Barnes and Nobles also, if you are very interested in Barnes and Noble then. And for the ebook readers, I will suggest them to have it on Kindle, because Kindle is something which, like, it's very handy. The ebook is very handy. So whoever loves reading ebooks, they can have that from Kindle. So this is what the book is on so many platforms. Just Google it and you will find it. And something I want to tell about all the speakers is that I really have a wonderful time with this small family. Like Mr. Abraham Paul, he was just a shining stars. And I started alone in this journey. It was totally me alone with a friend. And I started. And today I have like 30 people with me, which are not only speakers, they are family members. They are like my mentors also, because I cannot do everything alone. Like Alisa said, yeah, I did that alone. I also need to be motivated. So Mr. Abraham Paul was the one who really taught me many marketing tips, which helped me bring about another series, as we brought about a poetry book of 50 authors from 60 countries. Like, there were, sorry, 66 authors from 50 countries, the poets, and Zanthi was there. She helped me so much. So it was like this small family of 30 people has motivated me to bring about many projects. And next, we are also going to bring about, like Mr. Ali suggested, I am planning to bring about one major project with all my 30 people family. Like Melanie said, that you don't have to give up. When I read her story, like, these stories were so beautiful. I had my own inspiring story, but I thought just being from one background, I might not motivate people from different backgrounds. So the idea was that if I want to motivate different people, why not club different people and bring out one book which can motivate everyone? Whether you are a journalist, whether you are a TV person, whether you are a spiritual person, whether you are a beauty person, there is should be just one book which can motivate everyone. So in this book, this 30 shining stars, I have found such beautiful gems from 30 people. These are so great people that they have the unique essence. No story is similar, I will tell that. When I personally read about all these people, it was like, wow, this is amazing. They are doing something extraordinary. So these people are, and see, they're from different countries. When you are like going through the summit, you can see their accent is different, their faces are different, but their hearts are same. Everyone wants peace, everyone wants to inspire, and everyone wants to motivate everyone around. There is no jealousy, there are great humanitarians, and I'm sure no one can find these great gems anywhere. So just read the book and get inspired from their stories. This is what I want to say. Thank you, family. Thank you so much for being there. I'm truly blessed to find you 30. And I'm really happy to know you. Thank you so much.
Fantastic, fantastic. We are so happy to have you leading us in this project. It has been an amazing journey, and in 1 year, I can really, be so. I'm so grateful for what we've been able to accomplish under, your vision, and it has been amazing to have you leading us into this. And it's actually just the starting point. As I hope you know that it's just the starting point for all of us. And like Rana was saying, we have to continue to use our voices. We have to continue to shine our light to help, bring humanity and continue to bring peace, because I think there's a lot going on in the world right now, and we need to bring peace in our heart, and peace in the heart of, everyone, and really continue to push, because that's really something that is important. Understanding that we are all one, we belong to the same world, and it is important that we work together for the best of everyone. So our next offer is here. Sami is here, so I'm going to bring him here on stage, so that hey, Sami, welcome to the Friday Shining Star Summit. And I know it's very early on your side, but we are so eager to know about your journey to becoming the shining star, and also understand what is the key message that you want to share with the world, and the key lesson that you've learned so far on this journey. So the floor is yours, and I'll put you on the spot from now. And if you can, start and let us know, what it is to, to become a shining star. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Samina. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. What do you not to know? I just tuned in. My name is Sammy Lee Hill. My name is Sammy Lee Hill, everybody. And I'm from the United States, San Francisco Bay Area. I'm a retired police officer and a former retired community relation worker at the local high school. And I'm also a songwriter who most people know that I created and wrote the world first mentor theme song, Global History. And my international music producer is Queen Nadia. And hopefully we anticipate that the song will be released this year in 2024. And in addition to that, I'm currently working with a Los Angeles executive film producer who's would like to do a television series on my entire life called Mentor Hill, and which was in the book of the 30 Shining Stars.
Fantastic. And what is the going through writing this song and being part of this project, the 13 Shining Star? What are the key lessons you would say are very important for each one of us to remember and to take on so far, reading your story, but also from the song that your song that is going around the world right now, and really smashing and crossing all borders.
To be quite honest with everyone, I've been a mentor all my life. And excuse me, and I forgot to mention that this particular executive film producer from Los Angeles, his name is, most people heard of him. His name is Robert Miller, and he's the CEO and owner of the film project, and his company is called Du Jour Film and Entertainment. I think the primary reason that I was blessed with this song was merely because it's a God-given song. It's about humanity, okay? And I've been involved in, as I mentioned earlier, I have been involved in mentoring all my life, practically all my life since I was a teenager. Even when I joined the police force, I was a mentor. Even when I started working at the high school, I mentor hundreds of students since I had worked at the high school for 15 years. And it's just a blessing. It just I love to inspire. And I had all the recognition, the attention from the students that loved me because I gave them that inspiration and always told them to walk a straight line and you can be anything you want to be in life. So when I had the opportunity to present my story in the 30 Shining Stars of the World, there are some sad parts and there are some inspiration parts. I'm sure a lot of us read the story, and I read a lot of the other stories as well. And it's just a true inspiration. This is what it's all about, people. I'm just a people person. I'm low key, and I don't like to boast, but I do like to announce any achievement that I acquire.
Fantastic. And so what is the key thing that, if someone read your story, what are the key things in one sentence? What is the key thing that you would say to this person, to this audience?
Okay, I had to turn my volume up because I didn't quite get all that. Can you repeat that, please?
So I was just asking if someone read your chapter. So what are the key things that what is the key message in one sentence that you would send to this, you would want this person to get from that particular chapter?
Basically, just what I focus on is first of all, it's the inspiration, and to let individual know that even though you go through hardships, struggles, as I did, you can still move forward in a positive direction. So it's all about having that mindset. Once you establish that mindset, you just go forward in a productive manner. And like I said earlier, when people or individual read my story, I mean, they will understand exactly what it took for me to obtain the success that I have. And it's all in the story. I think it's only about 4 pages, but it says a lot.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And what is the legacy that you want to leave? I mean, it is, I mean, it's a powerful story. And so that's why I'm asking, what is the legacy that you want to leave? And, wow, because you've gone through so much. And where you are obviously in a better position than you used to be, a few years ago. So what is the legacy that you really want to leave here and to the world?
I would like to lead to the world on a global scale that Sammy Lee Hill had created a world global song for humanitarian. I want people to be able to realize that, say, well, wow, Sammy Lee Hill is one of a kind. He's a person with a heart who has a good soul and to want people to move forward in a positive direction.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much, Sammy, for enlightening us about your chapter, but also to really lay out here the legacy that you want to leave. And we know that the song, the mentorship song, has been, like I said, traveling the world, and it's not stopping. And that's really, your legacy is on the way, and it is very important to understand that this light cannot be dimmed, and it will continue to become, it will continue to be bright, and it's going to be brighter as we continue. So thank you very much for being with us today and for sharing this, this inspiring, those inspiration and this inspiring message and your legacy with us. So this is it. It has been, very, very, very inspiring, couple of hours with 12 of the 11 of the 13, the 30 shining stars of the world. This is, the book we all, part of the collab anthology that was, under the visionary Prachi Gupta. This book was published about a year ago, and we were today celebrating the first year anniversary, first year of us, sending, this message of hope and sending this message of, of greatness, because for me, it's really about greatness, and continuing to tell the world that we're gonna shine, we're gonna continue to shine, and we're gonna even shine bright. Our light is gonna be brighter and brighter, and it will not stop. Now that we know, now that we have the key, now that we are together, nobody can stop us, and we will do it under the obviously the vision of Prachi. And Prachi, I want to bring you on the spot again to give us, the message, the last message before we leave this platform, and really let us know, what's next, and how you see this project evolve. Because, like I was mentioning, I don't think it is the end. It's just 1 year past. There's a lot to be done. So, Prachi, the floor is yours.
Excuse me. Can I mention one last thing that I forgot to advise guys? Because most people don't know my website. It's
Okay.
It's the mentorthemesong.com. That's the mentorthemesong.com. Thank you very, very, very much.
Thank you, Sammy, for that. And we will go to Prachi. And then you can also, if you have the opportunity, Sammy, to write it down in the comment, and then we'll pick it up as well on that side as well for people who are watching as well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Yeah. So, as you all have heard today, all the 11 speakers, you might have got to know about their stories, their nature, their feelings, and what they think from their head. So, I want to thank you all for attending the summit today. Thanks to all the speakers for giving wonderful insights to the audience. And also, I'm really thankful to Mirelli for bringing such a great show on so effortlessly. It looks effortlessly, but it takes a lot of strength and a lot of time management. And she has done this beautifully, seriously beautifully. It is a flawless show, great advertisements. It is like no 1 minute was boring. It's really very interesting, and I'm really so proud of all the speakers. And really, seriously, thank you so much for bringing this. I'm really, truly happy and blessed to have you. So I want to tell all the readers like you, reminding again, if you want to be motivated, don't just sit idle. Get your book today from Amazon, Barnes Noble, or Kindle. Just type in and get your book. Be motivated. Like you just heard Mr. Sammy. He is the first mentor theme song creator. It's the world creator. It's not a simple thing. It's very huge. So just don't miss out on your inspiration. Get your book today and get motivated. And just like I said, thank you all for hearing us today, and thank you for motivating everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prachi, and thank you to all my co-author on this book. It has been amazing to hear from you and to have read the book, but it's always good to have you reminding us the key, the key thing that you want us to focus on your story. And it has been amazing, to hear different, different point of view, different key things that sometimes we know, but we forget, and it's always good to be reminded. So what this book is all about is really about, hope. It's really about, understanding that, whatever you go through, you can manage. You can definitely, arrive and create the light and use the light, because I think we already have this light, inside of us. Just, unleash this light and start to create, something better and something bigger for you and for the world. And that's an important message that we need to carry, understanding that the light is inside of us. And when we bring it, out there, and we bring it together as a collective, it is a powerful thing. So it is important to remind you that that's what this book is all about. You will don't hesitate to reach out if you want to particularly, connect with one of the co-author or with Prachi. And like mentioned by Prachi, who is the visionary of this book, you can, buy your copy on all the different platforms, and it is available in different languages. So uh, get your copy, get inspired, and connect with us if you need to know more. Obviously, it is very difficult for us to put everything in the book, so there's always more that we can share. There's always more that we can, inspire you with, or if you need help, because a lot of us are coaches as well. So if you need help to journey, to optimize your journey, or to journey to the light, we can definitely help you. So that's the end of this summit. I hope you have enjoyed it, and for the speakers, I hope you also, been able to share, and also, that you are ready to receive very soon from the audience. Thank you very much. You enjoy all. For us, it's night, so we're gonna enjoy a good night's sleep. And for those who are in Europe, I think it's the afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. And for those who are starting like Sammy, early morning, enjoy your day. So that was me, Mireille, all the way from Perth, Australia. And I look forward to having you again for another series on this project that we all cherish. And as it was said, we are now a family, and this family will continue to work together and to grow. So thank you very much, and you all enjoy whatever you're doing, and continue to shine your light to the world. Thank you very much.